Hi, Year 12. So this CAT actually takes you back to some of your kind of early knowledge in the global systems and governance topic. The first question asks you to describe one index of globalization. And in fact, the question itself makes it clear that you should be referring to the COF index here, which is, of course, the measurement of globalization. For 4 marks, it's useful to make sure that you consider the different elements of the index. Political, economic, for example. The second question shows you a figure which links with the progress made on the Millennium Development Goals, which of course we know were put in place to reduce global poverty and inequality. And you can see that you've got a key at the very bottom of the figure, where the blue line signifies the 1990 position, and then the progress is shown up to different years. So 2010 for the reducing poverty one, 2012 for some, 2013 for this one here at the bottom. And when it comes to the target being met, you get either a green Y or a red N to illustrate whether indeed the target has been met. And the question then asks you to, using figure 2 and your own knowledge, crucially, to what extent do you agree that the UN is able to promote development? So it's important here that you kind of weigh up the successes of the Millennium Development Goals and refer specifically to the figure. Within that, I would expect you to be referring to specific numbers. So make sure that when it says using figure 2, you are actually using it. And also your own knowledge, so you could consider what else the UN does to promote development, whether it's in relation to other Millennium Development Goals that you know about, or whether indeed it's other work that the UN do in order to promote development. Could be things like conflict resolution, for example. And the final question asks you again to assess the degree to which the development of new technologies have facilitated the route to a global economy, and in particular asks you about communication and information systems. So this takes you back to those factors and dimensions of globalization work that you'll have done at the beginning of the topic, and it's asking you to assess. So actually you need to start the answer by talking about how new technologies such as the internet, for example, new communication devices have allowed the economy to become global. So how has money and the economy become existent at the global level as a result of these technologies? But then also, because you're assessing, your answer could be either how those technologies have limited the facilitation of the route to a global economy, or indeed how other things that have been developed have equally contributed to the road that we have travelled to a global economy.